Well, hi there, Mr. B again for another flipped video for you. I'm outside because it's nice out. So, remember at the top of your notes, you need your name, you need your number, you need the date. On the second line, you need the title of the video, which is down below. It is Associative Property. We are going to go ahead and get started. So let's share my screen once you have your paper set up. So, alrighty, here we go. So we're going to learn about the associative property of addition and multiplication. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. What you should write down on your paper is obviously the title, associative property of multiplication, and that the numbers stay in the order, but the parentheses move. So if you need to, pause it here so you can write that down. And we're going to go work through some examples. The associative property is going to be helpful for you when you get into later grades, but this year we're just worried about what it is. So in this example, let's talk about this first one. So we see it as 2 plus 3 plus 7. So 2, 3, 7. Over here we have 2, 7, 3. Are the numbers in the same order? Now we've got a 2. Then we've got a 3, but then here we've got a 7. So that's not an associative property because the numbers have moved. So the reason that this one is not because numbers have moved is why that first one's not correct. Now let's look at this second one. We have 3 plus 4 plus 2. Parentheses are here. We have 3 times 4 times 2 in the parentheses move. Now, the numbers are in the same order. We have 3, 3, 4, 4, 2, 2. They're in the same order. The parentheses did move from here to here, but look at the signs. We have plus signs here, and here we have multiplication signs. So that is not an example, not because the signs have changed. So that's not correct. Now let's look here at this third one. 2 plus 5 plus 1, with the parentheses here, equals 2 plus 5 plus 1. Now the 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, they are, I see an addition symbol, addition symbol, addition symbol, addition symbol. Okay, so far so good. And then we have parentheses, 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 parentheses. Well, that's not an example because the parentheses, not because the parentheses have not moved. So let's take a look at this last one. We have 3 plus 7 plus 3 equals 3 plus 7 plus 3. Now we have 3, 7, 3, 3, 7, 3. So the numbers are on the same spots. Now let's see, we have plus signs. So far so good. And the parentheses, they have moved. So this one is an example because numbers are in same order, signs stayed the same, and parentheses moved. So that is why the first 3 were not and the last one is. So now let's move on to another example. So now we want which of the following is an example of the associative property of multiplication. So remember, we're looking for that the numbers stay in the same order and the parentheses move and that the signs stay the same. So here we are. You have 4 choices. Pause it here and see which one is correct. Alright, so hopefully pause it and work it out. Let's work through this. So which of the following is an example of the associative property of multiplication? Well, we're looking for the associative property of multiplication here. So right off the bat, I can tell that this one is not going to be true. Why is this not true? Because there's addition signs, and we want multiplication. So that one is not true. Now let's take a look at this one. We have 2 times 3 times 4, 2 times 3 times 4. We've got 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's good so far. We've got multiplication symbols. multiplication symbol, multiplication symbol, multiplication symbol. So far, so good. And the parentheses have moved. Where they were around the 2 and the 3 here, and here they were around the 3 and the 4. So that one's good. So that one is an example. Let's check this next one. So we've got 2 times 3 times 4, 2 times 4 times 3. Now we got a 2 in that spot, a 2 in that spot, a 3 in that spot, but a 4 in that spot. So because the numbers have moved, that one is not true. Now let's check this one. 2 times 3 times 4 equals 2 plus 3 plus 4. Well, something's wrong here because we have plus signs here, but we're looking for the multiplication. So we know that that one is not correct. So if you didn't understand those, always can rewind. And let's move on to the last one, which is going to be your turn. So for your turn, you need to write the other side of each equation. So this is the associative property of addition is what we're looking for. Keyword here being addition. And on the next one, we are looking for the associative property of multiplication. So I've given you one side of the equation. You need to fill in this other side on each one. All right. So if you're not quite sure what to do, go back, rewatch the video. But other than that, it's a good place to pause the video now so you can answer the final question.